Hi Leo, this is your February 2019 reading. What a beautiful month this is. After a very long time, we are having a very exciting, very positive, very fruitful month. And this is sort of the harvest month of the labor that you've been doing over the last 1.5 years of putting an effort into changing your direction and shifting your direction into a different side. And now we start seeing the result of it all. We start seeing why did we go through what we went through over the last 1.5 years of North Node in Leo, shifting our direction. The first fruit of the labor comes with Jupiter sitting in your lucky karma house, meeting Sun and Mercury, and giving you result in form of a new contract starting, or a new beginning in your existing job, or a new start in a business partnership, or a new start in a committed relationship. It's a love month as well. This is February, right? And we're starting this new chapter with the stamp of Jupiter, which gives luck, which gives expansion, which gives positivity for us to grow this new start over the course of 2019. This is a fabulous new moon that's happening on 4th of February, which will light up your first 2 weeks of the month. But for some of you, it will light up a longer period for you, because this is a long-term contract that is starting. This is a long-term, new, energized start, which is leaping you into an adventure of your lifetime, because you're taking a leap of faith with this partner. Because just after this new moon, we have a very, very rare and fabulous and last time happening in 84 years aspect, which is Uranus and Mars meeting together in your house of adventure. This is what I call Independence Day. This is the aspect of Independence Day that's happening on 13th of February. These two planets will not be meeting each other in Aries at 29 degree of Aries till the next 84 years. So we're talking about a very rare happenstance which is happening. You have to seize this opportunity to make progress. You have to seize this opportunity to make a shift that you've been looking to make in your life, which will give you more freedom, which will give you more independence, which will give you more expansive outlook on life, because you're looking to become more, you're looking to expand your influence. And in order to do that, in order to get that impetus to take the jump, this aspect gives you the right lift. It gives you the opportunity. It gives you a window to seize a rare opportunity that is coming your way around 13th of February. And then comes the beautiful full moon, which is happening at the end of the month around 19th of February. And there are very few bad aspects this month. That's what makes this month so rare. In fact, we have not had a month like this when both the new moon and the full moon do not have any challenging aspects. There are no major challenges to the full moon or the new moon this month, which means that the new start, the new projects that you're starting this month, a new business that you might be starting, a new partnership that you might be starting, or a new deal that you might be closing on, or a new relationship that you might be closing on, there are very few resistance to actually make it happen. Things just flow forward. All the planets are visible and moving forward. This is one of the rare months, and that will not be the case in March. So we have to take advantage of this month to move mountains, to make the changes that we wanted to make, both in our personal life as well as in our professional life. The full moon that is happening on 19th of February is happening in your finances sector. So there is some amount of results that you see out of the new start that you have begun. It could be the new career start that you had last month, or there might be a new transaction, a new deal that you're going into, and you start seeing the results of that either in self-worth or in net worth. This is a boost to your self-worth and net worth, which is coming through. And it's coming with the most ambitious star, Regulus. Regulus is a royal star. It is known for Margaret Thatcher. It is known for Winston Churchill. So you're taking a very, very bold step this month of moving ahead and seeing the results of that. Let's dig into the details. I'll first talk about what are the important dates. Let me see. Can I choose any dates? This is a very positive month. How to choose a few dates out of it? But let me try. Let's choose the challenging dates first. So 13th of February is when Mars and Uranus are going together. So that's the day I'm calling Independence Day, because this is a very, very impulsive break-free energy. So with such a high on the top of the world kind of an energy, where we just want to set free from the old paradigm and shift into a new one, there are impulses that might be rubbing other people in the wrong way. So being careful in our conversations, being careful in our actions, actual physical actions, taking maybe a little bit of a break when we see ourselves going too fast around 11th, 12th and 13th of February, especially if we are traveling or if we are driving, being a little bit careful around 11, 12, 13 with respect to the whole adrenal rush that this aspect has. I'm having an adrenaline rush just looking at the reading of this month. It is such a exciting month. The second half of the month cools down a little bit because there's more grounding, and that's what makes this month beautiful. There's positivity, over the top energy, the adrenal rush at the start of the month, which makes us going, which gets us going. And then in the second half of the month, earthy energies come through. So we stabilize those results, we create them into long term. So this is a combination that jives very well with Leo energy, with your energy. You like the fire, the excitement, but you need the stability and the long term durability of what you're creating. And we have a mix of both. The challenge is that when the stability come and we have the screeching halt in the second half of the month where we have to focus and now create this for the longer term, do we take that as a negative sign, or we take it in the right way, which is that nothing will last at that speed, right? So there is a little bit of slowdown that happens in the second half. And we do need to slow down a little bit in the second half because we need to get into the details. We need to look at the proceeds of this partnership. We need to look at our financials. So the second half of the month will require you to do that. In terms of the challenges, the second date I need you to look out for is 19th of February, where Mercury and Neptune are meeting together in your house of finances, shared finances. So if you are in any kind of joint financial situation, or you're taking a loan, or you're signing a financial contract with somebody, or you might have joint finances with your partner, there's a need to be extra careful around 19th of February to not sign something without going into the details of it all. I would suggest you to delay signing things after 20th of February instead of signing around 19th of February. If you're, for example, launching a new business, a new partnership with somebody, or a new contract, delay the financial discussion or the signatures of it all around 21st or 22nd of February is better to do those kind of things versus before. We will be revising some of these documentation that you might be signing this month. The loans and the finances will undergo review in the month of March. So I'll talk about it in the detailed section where we'll get into it. In terms of positive dates, let's look at it now. 2nd of February and 3rd of February are excellent to have any kind of negotiation, business negotiation or a personal negotiation as well. It's beautiful love energy. Going out on a date or just reconciling with the loved one or with a business partner, having an expansive, positive discussion with a loved one. It is also very good dates to do investments, to consult with somebody and invest in something. 2nd and 3rd of February are excellent days to do that. Then 7th, 8th of February, these are sort of the lucky days that are happening. This is either a partnership which is coming out with lucky results, or there is a positive news that is coming through. These are excellent days to sort of go out and close a contract or do something in terms of this new partnership or this new energy that you're seeing in contract or in business sense, essentially. So getting things done, getting things out of the way. The energy is very, very high till about 13th of February, while Mars is in your fellow fire sign of Aries. So till 13th of February, get things done, get things through, get things over the line by 13th of February. Use 6th to 9th of February to get things done. Then we have the next dates we have which are important from grounding perspective and getting things down into solid form is 18th of February, 19th of February. This is when Saturn meets our heart and our mind. This is when we get sober and we figure out how to make it all work. And then we have 22nd and 23rd of February, which are empowering dates. That's when we close the deal. That's when we convince somebody. That's when we get the financial contract over the line. 17th of February, a delayed Valentine's Day if you're ready for that, because that might be more advisable. Around 16th, 17th, or 18th. 17th or 18th is your moon. Excellent time to have a delayed Valentine's Day dinner. It's a very, very romantic date, 17th of February. So let's dig into the details of this thing. But I'm really looking forward to this month for myself and for you. Let's dig in. As we start the month, the first major aspect that happened last month, which was Saturn and Neptune working together, this was a synod that I spoke about in the last month's video as well, that is still active, and the whole month of February is still under the influence of this aspect. This is the aspect that makes 2019 the year of manifestation, because these two planets, they're working together to create something concrete out of your imagination. What are your financial aspirations? What are your aspirations for your intimacy? What are your aspirations in terms of the depth in your subject that you want to get into? Saturn has been creating the processes around this to make it all happen, and this is the first time Saturn and Neptune are working together. The first time they met is on 31st of January. So during the course of February, you'll feel the grounding influence of Saturn and the inspirational positive influence of Neptune to dream bigger, to go beyond your current means, to sort of create something bigger than what you have right now. Saturn is looking to create boundaries on a couple of things. It wants you to create boundaries on joint finances. It wants you to create boundaries on your health ailments. If there are any diet issues in terms of detoxing the diet, it wants to highlight that we need to take care of them. In terms of health ailments, it's highlighting if there are any issues related to your heart, related to your bones, related to your lymphatic system, all related to your immune system. Saturn wants you to handle that. If there are people who are draining your energy, negative people, addictive relationships that are draining your energy down, Saturn wants you to create boundaries against that as well. If there are your own thoughts, because there is no space for dark thoughts in a year like this, when we are here to create something fabulous, and Jupiter is sitting in your house of luck, house of speculative gains, house of lucky karma, there is no space for having the negative thought process about ourselves this year. So Saturn is sort of pruning those thought processes out of us. It's asking us to detox our mind, detox our surroundings, detox our day to day, to create a perfect day that we can go ahead with, where we can be efficient. That was the theme of January as well, as we spoke about. Now Neptune is inspiring us. It's bringing the beauty. It's dissolving our fear so we can take the leap of faith, so we can go into something that is more expansive, so we can let go of the old hurt, the old negativity, the old dark space that is holding us back from moving forward. Now these two planets come together and they are sort of inspiring us throughout this month, but the first aspect that sort of sets the scene is happening on 2nd of February, when Mars and Pluto are meeting together. This is very bold, very adventurous. This is the power in your heart to move mountains. This is you going after your philosophy, your goals. Pluto is sheer power, and it's energizing our action. So very motivated actions you'll experience at this point in time. All the way till 4th of February, we will be inspired to act, inspired to travel, inspired to meet different people, to embody different philosophy, to get to put it plainly, get stuff done, just getting things out of the way, getting travel done, getting publishing done, getting a study done, getting the right kind of support system that you need for your career, the right tools that you need to be successful in your career, because Mars will be moving into your career house from 13th or 14th of February. What all do you need in order in terms of documentation, in terms of publishing, in terms of meeting the right clients, foreign travel, or meeting people who are different from you, meeting clients who are foreign to you, getting all of that set up. Mars is energized at this point in time to get stuff done, and Pluto gives you the power to create these different things that seem difficult at earlier point in time. So handling tough tasks is what you do at this point in time. More importantly, we need to watch out for one thing, which is the power struggles at work. There will be people who will not like this new you because you are changing. You have become a very different person. When North Node has been through our sign, we have realized that we don't want to hide in shadows. We want to be who we truly are. And when you have become who you truly are, there will be people who will not like that. So there will be chances of power struggle. We need to sort of look out for them in terms of them not hindering your progress at this point in time. These two planets, the Mars is making a positive aspect to you, especially if you're born around 13th to 14th of August, or if you have planets, Sun, Moon, Ascendant around 21 degree of Leo. You'll feel the sheer power of Mars, this energized power, very, very strongly. And you don't have to be worried if you're not born around 13th or 14th of August. You'll feel this coming. Mars is there till 13th of February, sort of energizing all of us, all of the Leo. But 13th or 14th of August will feel it earlier, and then later born Leos will feel it a bit later in the month, around the second week of February. Then we have beautiful aspects from 1st to 3rd of February over and above this, which are happening in our partnership sector. Now, this could be a love partnership. This could be a partnership in terms of a business that we have entered into. Venus and Uranus are meeting together. This is giving very beautiful energy, positive thinking, expansive thinking. This is great for expanding our creativity. It is great to make an investment into something that is different from what we have done before. It is a great investment opportunity, especially if you're born around 20th of August, or if you have ascendant Sun or Moon in Leo around 28 degree. 2nd or 3rd of February are great dates to buy something new, to invest into something new, to enter into a love relationship, to be falling in love with somebody, or just solidifying the love for somebody around 2nd or 3rd of February. Then if you are born around 18 degree Leo, which is around 10th of August. So if you have planets around 18 degree of August or 10th of August, this is a very beautiful, very positive energy to close something which has financial implication, because Jupiter is touching your degree around 18 degree, which is very, very lucky. So for 10th of August born, a few days ahead, a few days after as well, this is a very important and lucky period for you to close certain partnerships which have financial implications, to close even a committed partnership, or to close a contract that has financial implication, or to get into contract which is based on your creative pursuits. Maybe you took a chance on yourself, started a business, or you're looking to start a business with somebody, or you're looking to launch something along with somebody, or you're looking to sort of get into a marriage partnership with somebody. If you have planets around 18 degree of Leo, or if you're born around 10th of August, this is a very important period for you to look out for, even a few degrees ahead and afterwards. So around, I would say, even a very wide orb, I'll take 4th to 16th of August. But the closer you are to 10th of August or even to 12th of August, the more viable this is for you. Then with that background, we enter into the beautiful new moon, which is happening on 4th of February, which is happening in your partnership sector. Now, this new moon is happening around 15 degree of Aquarius in your opposite sign. It is happening in your partnership sector. This is a new start, a new energy being infused into your partnership sector, into your financial contract, a next phase which is coming through innovative thinking. You have applied yourself along with your partner in a brilliant manner to find a solution to break through something, and this is giving you the results of that. This is excellent for negotiation. This is excellent for diplomacy. This is excellent to begin new relationship, new contract, new significant other. It's excellent to asking for support to start something, to make something real, to make something publicly known, to make an announcement about your company, to make an announcement about your partnership, to make an announcement about your marriage, to make your announcement about a new contract or signing a new contract that is coming out. When a new moon happens, we wait normally for a day or two to make a new start. So if you want to announce something or you want to sign something, it is better to wait for a day or two. So around 6th or 7th would be a better day. After 6th will be a better day to sign or start something new formally. but you'll feel this energy very, very strongly, especially if you're born around 8th of August, or if you have planets around 12 to 18 degree of Leo, which means if you're born between 4th to 12th of August, this is a brand new start for you. All Leo will feel the fresh energy in our partnership sector, but for people who are born between 4th to 12th of August, or if you have planets around 12 to 18 degree of Leo, especially 8th August born Leo, you'll feel this new start very, very strongly, and it is for a longer period in time for you because it's focused on you. After a year of working on your partnerships, after a year of progressive thinking, of innovation, of sort of thinking about how to make it all work, this is sort of a harvest new moon in my view, because you've been working on this area in your life for the last 1.5 years, because we had eclipses in your partnership sector for the last couple of years. Last year we had Mars spent 6 months in your partnership sector. Now finally it is all working out. It is positive, it's hopeful, it's visionary, it's practical. It is breaking from over the top energy of the eclipses, and now we are sort of, the dust has settled, and now we are seeing the value in what we have. We are seeing the value in what has come through to us. We are seeing value in the partnership that is solidifying for us. Then on 7th or 8th of February, a few days later, and this new moon is under the influence of Jupiter as a whole, but Jupiter becomes exact with this new start around 7th or 8th of February, when you feel this very fortunate outcome, very lucky break. This is an opportunity coming our way. This is an opportunity which could be financial in nature. This could be an opportunity where our creativity is being given birth to in form of a partnership business that we are starting. It could be our creativity being implemented in form of a client contract coming through, in form of an actual formal ratification of what we are doing coming through around 7th or 8th of February, when Jupiter is meeting this new moon. Jupiter is acting, as I mentioned earlier, around 18 degrees, so especially 10th of August born should feel this very strongly, but a few days after and a few days after would feel it as well. These energies are so potent and so positively aspected with you. We will all feel it. I'm giving you the specific days where the intensity is very high. So just pay attention to the dates from that perspective to take advantage of it. Jupiter is in sextile, so it's for us to take advantage of it. So if there's a contract that you've been looking to sign and it did not come through, or there was a business you wanted to give birth to, or you wanted to close a deal with a loved one and you've been looking to sort of have a committed partnership, you want to propose, or you want to finalize something, you want to ratify a contract, take advantage of 7th or 8th of February to make it happen. This is an aspect where the opportunity is available to us, but we need to make the effort to make it work. So you have to avail of this aspect right now. Then on the 6th or 9th of February, Mercury and Mars work together. So after sort of this new energy, this new contract comes through, we start working on it. We start acting fast on it. This is fast action energy. We are like, our body and mind are waking up to this. This is adventurous. This is saying there's a lot of work. I need to get it done, and you get it done. This is when you have the right amount of energy to get things through. Plus you have the innovative thinking, because Mercury in Aquarius is at its best. It's like very innovative. It's one of the best signs for Mercury to be in. So our mind is sharp. We are able to find solutions. I mentioned this in the separate video and I did on Aquarius new moon as well, but this energy is not about bending our viewpoint to make it work for the other person, to make it work for our partner. This is about you and your partner finding an innovative solution that works for both of you. It is about finding a solution that is a third way. There is your way and there is her or his way, and then there is a third way that works for both of you. This is the kind of solution that comes out of this new moon. In symbolic astrology, this is shown as two lovebirds sitting on a fence singing happily. But remember, the birds are sitting on separate fences. They don't have there are borders. They're sitting on a fence which is sitting on a border. So there is a union of perspective. There is not a bending of perspective. There's a happiness out of work done in collective interest with somebody. So happiness out of collective work, ideal of harmony and concord in our relationship, and hopefully we'll see that in the political arena as well, people coming with a solution that works for both the sides in different countries. because this Aquarius is about brotherly love. It's about, as much as it's happening in your romantic house as well, in your committed marriage partnership as well. But this is about brotherly love. This is about two people who are sitting on different side of the road. They're coming together at a middle path. They're not bending their perspective. Their borders still stay, but they are finding this third way of getting things done. The underlying issues are still there, but we are meeting each other midway here. This is very inspirational. 5th or 6th of February are great for creativity. If you are in a field of channeling, I have a lot of subscribers, Leo subscribers, who are great channelers, who are in creative fields. And Leo is the sign of creativity. So 5th or 6th of February are excellent for your creative work. In fact, 2nd of February, Venus is actually meeting Galactic Center. So if you are in any sort of artistic field, if you are in any even investment field, you will find at the start of the month during this new moon certain new ideas, new creative venture ideas coming in your mind, certain inspirational ideas coming your way, and you feel the energy, you have the energy to make it all work, because Mercury and Mars are meeting each other around 7th or 8th of February. So getting stuff done, just fast action, a lot of things, whether it's traveling, learning new things, learning on the job, or legalization, getting certifications done, examination being cleared, meeting foreign people, meeting a lot of people, especially if you have planets around 25 degree of Leo, or if you're born around 17th of August, between 6th to 9th of February, you'll be very, very productive. Get difficult things through, get innovative things through, get innovative ideas through at that time. Then between 7th to 10th of February, Mercury and Uranus work together. So you're responding in a partnership. You take your partnership along. You take your partner along and convince them about your different point of view. You have a certain point of view which is different from your partner, whether it is your business partner or your love partner or the client that you're working with. 7th to 10th of February are great to convince that partner about your different ideas. It is also the day when those ideas generate positive news. You might get certain surprises. You might get surprised by what level of receptiveness those ideas will get, because it's a time when people are very open-minded about new ideas. We are after a period of very high and hyper energy of eclipses. People are ready for new, people are ready for innovation, people are ready for fresh energy to be shown to them, and they'll be very, very open if you present them certain positive ideas between 7th to 11th of February, especially 9th and 10th of February when moon is in Aries. You will feel very progressive, very positive to present your different ideas. You'll feel very adventurous to do it. So use those dates to sort of make progress on this partnership, to make progress on this on this contract that you have. Mundane and health-wise, a few things with respect to this new moon that we need to be careful about. New moon in Aquarius from 4th, 5th, 6th of February, it overstimulates our nervous system. So if you have issues related to blood pressure, we have issues related to our nervous system, we have issues related to varicose veins, heart issues, any nervous related, any wiring related, body wiring related issues, which have to deal with circulation, which have to deal with nervous system. Being a little bit careful, because the energy on 4th or 5th especially could be a little bit nervy. So using acupuncture, using the mineral baths or the salts that help you help the nerves. Even though Aquarius is a cool moon, when Aquarius moon is a cool moon. In fact, if you are in an area which is prone to winter, which is having winters right now, you might see a cold wave happen as a result of the new moon in Aquarius. It's a very cool, very objective, even to some extent detached new moon, because we need that element of detachment after a very over the top energy of the eclipses. But it stimulates the wiring in our system, so being a little bit careful of that. And on a mundane level, we'll see certain people getting nervy, seeking independence, seeking reforms, seeking rallies, which is fine. And this is also the theme I described in the last month with Uranus squaring the south node. We have a lot of set of people seeking independence, independence in the sense of their personal life, as well as for the rights of the larger group. So we can see some of that. There's nothing wrong in that. I'm just letting you know, in case you're in an area where that might happen, we need to be a little bit careful of that. I warned about the earthquake and flooding in the last video as well. I'm sorry I have to say that, but I have to warn you of both the positive and the negative. That process that started with the 21st of January eclipse, the Uranus squaring the nodes, it will continue till March, till 6th of March. So being careful of any aftershocks, any earthquakes, any kind of flooding in your area as a result of that eclipse continuing during the course of February. Being a little bit careful with respect to that if we are in an area which is prone to all of this. So this is mundane and health, and this is the first 10 days of the month. Now let's switch to the after the 10th of February, because the energy changes after 10th of February. After 10th of February, Mercury moves into Pisces, and it will stay there till 16th of April, which moves the focus of our mind towards the proceeds of the partnership. So proceed of the contract, proceed of the relationship. If you are in a business partnership or a business contract or a new client that you've been working on, this is the financial proceed of that contract. How are you getting rewarded in that? What are your commission? How are you getting paid? And how are you being respected in that relationship? If you are entering into a personal partnership, the intimacy, the passion, the depth, and the reality in that relationship, that will come into focus, and you'll be logically looking at it and seeing how well you're treated, and you're looking at adding more quality to your relationship, to your partnership. If this is a new loan situation, maybe there is a new proceed in form of a loan or an insurance subject or an inheritance or a will subject coming into perspective, that could be an area of focus as well over the next 9 weeks. This is a long period. Mercury will be going back and forth in your joint finances and intimacy area for the next 9 weeks. So it will be a focus for and it will take your mental energy over the next coming weeks. Then the aspect that I've been talking about happens on 13th of Feb, which is the leap of faith. We have Mars and Uranus coming together in your house of faith, in your house of adventure. You're taking a very bold step. There is anything that is inhibiting your freedom of expression, your freedom of taking the leap and doing what you feel like doing, both in your career and in your personal life. You will break free from that. This is breaking free of anything that is holding you back, whether it is outside you or within you. You are looking to make a change in your work environment as a result of that. You're looking to make a change in the way you are as a person in the work environment. You're looking to make a change in how you are in terms of your health habits as well, because you like to have more out of life. This is an area of our life where we want more expansion. We want to expand our sphere. We want higher thinking, we want higher education, we want to travel more, we want to have more adventure, we want to learn more, we want to get into publishing something that is art, we want to get into international business opportunity. This is where we want to interact with people who are very different from us, because we want to expand our sphere of mind. Now, this expansion of mind could be in form of traveling, it could be in form of taking a sabbatical, it could be in form of traveling, it could be in form of publishing our work, it could be in form of actually going for a legalization in a country which is different from yours. It could be in form of getting a mentor or a father figure or an on-job education that you need to get to the next stage in your career. This is a very much a seize the opportunity. There's something that is presented to you as a part of this partnership, as a part of this confidence that you feel to go ahead and take a risk, and you go ahead for it. This is losing fear. This is ending a cycle of old job, old way of thinking, old fear, old anxiety, and moving forward. This is happening at 29-degree Aries, which has an urgency to it. In symbolic astrology, this is shown as a conductor who raises his baton and vibrates it rapidly. He suddenly points to the violin who enter on a trombone. This is being right on time. This is being in tune with the situation. You have been looking at it for a long time. You know the situation. You've read the tea leaves. You know where it's going. You're seizing the opportunity to be in line with the flow. You're being in line with where you're going. This is very bold. This is sort of this is a degree to just go for it. This is a degree of Venus of Marilyn Monroe and Mars of Steve Jobs. So the heart of Marilyn Monroe and the action of Steve Jobs. This is about boldness. This is about going for it, seizing the opportunity. It is pure adrenal. It is impetus. It is even some amount of irrational exuberance at this stage, which we need to get out of an existing situation to know that we can have more, to know that we can have a more expansive tomorrow. It's a very risk on. It's very untraditional. It's exciting. It has a need to act to get the freedom to jump into your next adventure. You're breaking away from the old structure of work environment for expanded mind, for more excitement, for more innovation. And it is a nervous energy. It is an energy which gets you acted like all up in your adrenal. So being a little bit careful in terms of driving, in terms of traveling, being a little bit careful in terms of your nervous system, but take advantage of this to get rid of what is inhibiting you, what has been inhibiting you in coming out fully and boldly, because this is about trusting yourself, trusting your talents, trusting your knowledge. It's about trusting your belief system that you can achieve what you truly want. It's happening at 29 degrees. There's an urgency to get your worth. There's an urgency to close the deal. There's an urgency to get that certification. There's an urgency to clear an exam. There is an urgency to move into a new country that you feel that you belong to. There's an urgency to go ahead with a person who's different from you. You know they're different from you, but you want to go for it because he or she feels like the right person for you. So this is a very bold, going for it, impetus kind of an energy, and we will not feel like this for a very long time. Mars and Uranus together in Aries is never going to happen in any of our lifetimes. So this is sort of the end of the road. This is ending a cycle of Uranus being in your house of adventure for the last 7 years. It has been changing the way you think. It has been changing your belief system. It has been changing what you truly believe in or not. It has been changing how expansive you can think about your life. And now that you have become different, your thought process has become different, the way you think about your life has become different. What are the things in your immediate environment that don't match that don't match this new person you have become? That is getting rid of, that is sort of being done with as a part of this aspect, which will influence you from 9th all the way till 14th of February. And it will start with a little bit of tense energy because the moon is not favorable around 9th or 10th of February. The moon may not be that favorable to you, especially till 12th. It might be challenging you because moon is squaring you, especially 10th, 11th, 12th. You'll feel that this is like a tense energy while it's happening. It might feel like a tension, but it is a requisite tension to leap out of your situation, to make a bold action. But from 13th, 14th and 15th of February, with Gemini moon that supports you, you'll see the rationale of it. You'll see the rationale of why this had to be done, why we had to cut this off, why we had to get rid of something, why I have to get rid of this health habit, why do I have to change my work environment, why do I have to change where I work, why do I have to complete a legalization, why do I have to complete a certification, an exam for which I have to put in a lot of effort, why do I have to take that? That becomes clearer 13th, 14th and 15th of February. Then on 14th of February, we have the stabilizing influence of Mars moving into Taurus. So this brings the focus into your career. Mars will be in your career house for the next 1.5 months. We'll be focusing more on closing stuff at your work, in your career, making the shifts in your career. Taurus will give you the determination to do it. This is about having the determination and the courage to do stuff. This is not about starting new things. This is about persisting with what you have started. The leap of faith that you have taken, now it's time to sort of carry it through. This is not impulsive. It's not about starting new. It's about patiently acting on the goals that you've decided you want to go after. This is about working on it for long term. This is about persistence. And the second half of the month is more about bedding things down. On 17th of February, we have Venus and Neptune meeting together. This is beautiful, beautiful romantic energy for you. I love this energy for inspiration. I love this energy for making changes in our health. I love this energy for making beauty changes in our work. If you want to change your workplace, you want to embellish your workplace, you want to change your health schedule, you want to change something about like a beauty changes you want to do, or diet changes you want to do. It's great for creativity in our physical environment that we want to bring about. So and if you want to start a detox at the time, 17th and 18th of February is when your moon will be in Leo. So it's a good reset. It's an emotional reset. You can choose 17th or 18th of February to start a diet, start something that will be focused on removing negative influences from your life and adding more beauty to your work environment, to yourself, inspiring yourself and your team. You feel very inspired under this influence on 17th of February. It's a great time to go for a date, but it's a great time to do something inspiringly creative as well. Then on 18th of February, we have Sun and Uranus together. So discussing your unique ideas with your partner and working on them together. You sort of convince them earlier, either your client or your marriage partner. It's a very stimulating, very unique and adventurous day. On 18th of February, you sort of are doing it together. And there's some happenstance, positivity coming through, things flowing in the direction, certain surprises in terms of how well it's going as well around 18th of February. Then Chiron enters our 9th house on that day as well. So Chiron has spent the last 9 years in our 8th house. So we've been healing from certain health ailments. We might have been working on that. We might have been working on healing from certain fears within us. Now Chiron enters our house of adventure. It's looking to sort of heal our faith in the coming years. We are looking to heal our faith so we can do more. We can do more in our life. We can enter a new expansive phase in our life. And Chiron will show that at the time you'll feel the pain, you'll feel the healing come through in your faith area. You are sort of refurbishing your faith to move forward. Between 16th to 20th of Feb, we have two key aspects happening. The first is that Venus and Saturn are coming together. This is the sobering impact on our day-to-day. We are looking to how to sort of get everything in order. So if there are things in your work environment that are not working well, if something is not on schedule, Saturn will ask you to sort of put the nose to the grindstone and get to it, to get the things down. We are being creative about our work environment. We are trying to add beauty to it, but are we delivering on time? Similarly, in our health and diet aspects, while it's encouraged to sort of go for a makeover and do whatever you feel looks beautiful, but it is asking you to go to the depth of it. Are we taking care of our health? Are there any overindulgences in our diet that are not serving us well? So from 16th to 20th, you'll feel Saturn's impact very, very strongly on your health, on your day-to-day work. And Saturn will also be looking at our joint finances around 19th of February. So first it starts off with being sort of sobering impact on getting real in terms of health control, overindulgences, and then comes any sort of addictions we might have, any kind of food addictions we might have. And it is a great energy to get rid of any food addiction. If you've been looking to go on a detox, this is excellent energy to do it, especially around 19th of Feb. Between 16th to 20th, the second aspect is that Neptune and Mercury are working together in your house of finances, in your house of intimacy. Now that is great for creating art. It is great for creative depths. It's great if you're in a field of occult to do something, even in field of research to get into higher inspiration and create your best work. It is a great energy to do that between 16th to 20th of February, especially around 19th of February. But what is a issue in this is when it comes to real finances. So if you're in a partnership and the proceeds of that contract are being discussed, you may not have full clarity at this point in time. That's why I said in the introduction, do not sign anything if possible between 18th to 20th. Hold that off because you may not have full clarity on what's coming through. There might be some confusion. And at this point in time, you can take advantage of talking to somebody who's more experienced. Talk talk to somebody in your network who's Saturnian, who is experienced in this, or even listen to your own conservative side at this point in time when it comes to financial contracts, because a mistake in contracts is possible at this point in time. So go to a person who's sort of detached from the situation, and there is a possibility that we might be looking at a relationship in a over positive manner as well. Are we being rewarded well in the partnership? Because as I said, the focus for the next 9 weeks is on the proceeds of your contracts, the give and take in your relationship, the give and take in your partnership. Are you getting the depth, the intimacy that you truly need in a partnership that you have started? The discussion of that will be something that will be going on for the next couple of weeks, and it will be a topic of discussion. Similarly, if you're taking an obligation, a loan at this point in time, or an insurance matter, or a matter of will, or a matter of inheritance coming through, there might be confusion around these topics, around financial topics, which need more consideration, more thorough outlook. Then on 19th of February, we have Sun moving into Pisces, which brings more focus onto your finances, more focus onto your intimacy sector. The same things that we spoke about, now Sun is moving in that area. So it's about setting things to order in your financial house, getting rid of things that are not serving you, putting our best foot in terms of taking care of ourselves. With that Sun, we get the full moon of this month, which is happening in the opposite sign. It's happening in Virgo, in your house of financing. There is an end of chapter. There is a culmination of something that you've been working on. There's a financial reward or something that has to come through, or a reward in terms of self-worth, in terms of appreciation, in terms of some sort of positivity coming through your way because of the work you have been doing so far. Because and this could be seen in the health area as well. If you've been taking care of yourself, you have detoxed your environment, you have detoxed the way you operate on a day-to-day basis, you see the health benefits of that come through. You see an end of a chapter of the old way of being, where you are not taken care of in terms of your self-worth, in terms of your resources, in terms of your net worth. We're starting a very ambitious cycle here, because this is coming with Regulus. So it's about being very, very hopeful, being very over the top, being very adventurous, and going for something that is bigger than what you've done before, in terms of taking care of yourself, in terms of taking care of your resources. A chapter is coming to an end with the full moon, and that chapter is an area of finances, an area of how you were treated. You're getting more power in the whole process, and this is internal. This is happening. The power comes from the moon. It's coming from the heart. It's the aspect that Margaret Thatcher had. Margaret Thatcher, Winston Churchill, as well as Richard Branson, they all of them have a Regulus moon. Regulus moon is known for being brave at heart, being very, very brave and truthful at heart. But more importantly, this is happening at 1 degree Virgo. So this is about being truthful to yourself. Where you are not reading well, you'll be asking for your true worth. Where you are not getting the true value of your talents, you'll be asking for your true worth. You will not compromise with this full moon. You will not compromise, because you have taken the leap of faith to go for it. You've decided that you would want to get true value out of what you're doing. And Uranus and Mars aspect that happened on 13th of February will still be activated during 19th of February full moon. You'll still feel that impetus, you'll still feel that ambition, this going for it, seizing the moment. I want to close this deal and get what I'm truly worth. I want to close this contract, but on my own terms. I want to be sure that I'm taken care of. It is a very, very positive full moon to take care of your finances at this point in time and getting value out of it. We also have from 20th to 24th of February, following that full moon, Mercury and Jupiter working together, which tells me that the balance in finances will come through. It is a very, very hopeful monetary gain kind of an aspect that is happening between 20th to 24th of February. It's exact on 22nd of February. It affects it's most potent for people who have planets around 21 degree of Leo. So if you have your sun, moon or ascendant around 21 degree of Leo, or if you're born around 12th of August, you'll feel that aspect that aspect very, very strongly. It's very hopeful. It's related to your finances. It could be related, if it's a love partnership that we've been talking all along, then it could be in the area of intimacy in your relationship. It could be in the area of passion for your relationship. It's in the area of breakthrough in your relationship. It's optimism. It's joy. It's taking it's too much of a good life. Always a Jupiter square is involved with over the top energy. So being a little bit careful if you're taking any kind of financial risk, that we are not taking undue financial risk. There is never a good time to take too much financial risk, but especially right now, because of Mercury being where it is, you may not be clear in terms of how much risk, how much financial risk, how much risk you're taking in terms of your resources at this point in time. So being a little bit careful about it. But what follows is 22nd and 23rd of February, the Pluto power, the intense focus to get things through. We have Venus meeting Pluto around 22nd of February in your house of health, in your house of work. You're getting things through. You're making your point to your co-workers. You're making your team work in the direction where you want to go. This is a very leadership, very intense, taking a tribe along and convincing them about something kind of in a aspect. So if you want to convince a client, you want to convince your co-workers, you want to convince authority figures, taking a stance, and there is no going back from it. Similarly, if you want to make a change in your health, 22nd and 23rd of February gives you the power to detox it, to get rid of something, to sort of persuade yourself or somebody else to make a much required change in your work environment or in your health environment. So if this was not enough, we end the month with Sun and Mars together, which is like just energized to go get it, because Mars is in your career house now, and you'll feel Mars energy grow as it proceeds during the course of March as well. Mars is giving you the energy to get things done at work, just getting things through. So you will feel that on 27th of February, it gives you a lot of energy, a lot of oomph to get things through, especially in your work area. But prepare yourself from emotional attachment to the old, because Venus is making a square to Uranus around 1st of March, which you'll feel at the end of the month. There are too many changes, there are too many shifts. Preparing yourself for it, preparing yourself that there are shifts, much needed shifts that are happening both in your health and in your work area is advisable, that you are changing for the better, that you're making these changes which are positive for you in longer run, that are taking you to a place of more self-care, that are taking you to a place which is full of more freedom and adventure is important. So preparing yourself for what's about to come is something that I advise, because when Venus meets Uranus, we get a little bit of internal shock that too much has changed suddenly. Too much has shifted suddenly, and am I ready for it? Am I ready to let go what I love? Am I ready to let go what I was previously addicted to? Am I ready to let go of a workplace that I liked before? Am I ready to let go of a way of working that I thought worked for me? Am I ready to let go of a health habit that I'm addicted to? So getting yourself ready, getting into a mindset this month, this is your half birthday month if you're a Leo sun, getting ready that a cycle has come to an end this month, and you're moving towards something that is more adventurous, more honest, more truthful to who you are as a person at the core. So good luck for this month. I really look forward to this for both you and me, and I look forward to working with you throughout the year of 2019. Thank you.